So here's my very professional and award winning review of the Second World Wars by Victor Davis Hanson. I don't know how I stumbled onto Victor Davis Hanson, but once I started listening to him, I just got hooked. The only other book of his that I've read is Ripples of Battle, and that was great. But man, this Second World War there's some maps which are cool, but there's some pictures too. But the main deal, this isn't really a narrative of the war. It's more of a dissection of why the Allies won and why the Axis lost. And it seems to have a lot to do with better equipment, more of it, better officers, more adaptable uh, strategies. I mean, he talks about fuck ups as well, like not closing the Falaise Gap was a fuck up. Being blind to the fact that, uh, you know, the Battle of the Bulge was going to start. They should not have been surprised by that. And he talks a lot about Tobruk and why Singapore was a disaster and everything like that. But anyway, man, there's just a lot of good information in here, and it piques my interest to learn more about the war and read maybe more narratives. Like now, I want to know more about the Battle of the Philippines and Okinawa. Um, I'm less interested in the European theater for some reason, but I am interested in the Italian campaign because it was just such a unbelievable clusterfuck, disaster. Uh, anyway, man, I am really glad I read this, and uh, I you can he, I found it really interesting to hear how he described Hitler's mistakes. His biggest mistake was, going into the Soviet Union and declaring war on America. I mean, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube of Victor talking about World War II, and a lot of what he's talking about is in here, but there's just a lot more information in this book, and it's fascinating, man. If you want to know more about the equipment and what was, everything from, and he divides it up into air, sea, land, and I forgot the other one, but hey, man, great book, and I'm so glad that I read it. It'd been sitting on my shelf for quite a while before I got to it, but once I opened it up, I couldn't stop reading it. It was just a real page turner. I spilled water on it in my bag and kind of ruined it a little bit, but it's dry now. So, hey, man, another great book by Victor Davis Hanson, and fascinating, and I'm really glad I read it. And that's all I got to say about that one.